not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Chronic Gamer. My name is Matt, and this is my final thoughts and redirect for episodes 30, 31, and 32 of Rurouni Kenshin. So go ahead, click the link in the description, check that video out, then come back here, watch this video in its entirety, and let me know what you think in the comments section. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see next week's reaction video, check out my Patreon. The link is in the description as well. And over there you can see early access to all of my YouTube reaction videos about 1 week in advance. Okay, so we're continuing right where we left off at the beginning of part 2 with the Saito character. At the end of episode 29, we saw him seemingly stab Kenshin through the middle, but it seems like he missed. Whether it be because he missed on purpose or because Kenshin knocking out of the way. I'm pretty sure it's the latter, not the former. Kenshin was able to kind of dodge it, but he kind of awakened his manslayer a little bit there at the end, and he was really going for it. And I think he would have killed Saito if it weren't for the old boy police chief coming in there and basically breaking up the fight. But it was really interesting because we found out that basically the whole reason he was fighting him that way was kind of a way to kind of test to see that manslayer part of him awaken, because they need him. And they asked him to come to Kyoto to fight this assassin that went rogue that they tried to kill back in the day. I don't know why they didn't just behead the guy. Instead, they tried to burn him to death, and he somehow survived and is now wreaking havoc, building an assassin army, and he's going to attack the Meiji government. So the lead guy, the big Mac Daddy dude in the Meiji government comes by and he's like, "Yo, Kenshin, we need you. We need you to come over here and stop this army, but, to do that, you got to be the manslayer again," which is tough. And I said this in the reaction video. This is probably one of the toughest decisions, if not the toughest decision Kenshin is ever going to probably make, because he resolved himself to put that life behind him. He's been a wanderer the whole series, fighting people only for the betterment of himself and them as well, and the people he fights. He inspires people instead of kills people, and now they're asking him to come back and be that killer that he used to be. But it's not easy to just say no when he fought so hard to become this, to be able to be this person who can be a wanderer. He fought so hard for the Meiji government to be put into place so that there can be somewhat of a peaceful era for the people and the citizens of Japan. And if he doesn't do anything, then he's left with the fact that everything that he fought for might go away now, and it might be a new era, and it could be just as bad as the previous era, where people are oppressed and there's violence and killing and war constantly. And I think that he's not wrong in making the decision for deciding to go to Kyoto and take up that mantle again. It's very interesting and it's very hard to watch, but unfortunately it's something that he feels he has to do after thinking about it, and especially after the assassination of old boy that came in, the big dude, big beard guy. Forget his name. I said I would, and I'll probably never remember it because he's dead now. But yeah, after the assassination of that guy, and after finding out that it was whatever that assassin dude leader's name is, after finding out that it's his crew and his subordinate that did the assassination, he realized, yeah, I got to do this. This is something that's beyond just me and my resolve to be a wanderer. This is something beyond all of that, and I may have to go back to my old ways to preserve what I fought so hard for to begin with. And he ended up walking away from the dojo like he said he might in the very beginning of the series, and it was a really emotional moment for Kaoru and for Kenshin there when he, gave her that hug and said goodbye and basically left her there in the dark. And very, very emotional scene. So yeah, I'm really not much more you can say about that scene in particular. I didn't like the fact that Kaoru kind of like reverted into this crybaby for a while. I mean, I definitely understand where she's coming from. Don't get me wrong. She loves Kenshin as more than just the person who came into her life, as more than just this person who's been protecting them all this time. But she loves him as any man and woman could love each other. And I think he has the same feelings towards her too, but in order to protect her, he feels he's doing the right thing, and she needs to be there for him and understand his decision and stop wallowing in self-pity. It seemed like she was really wallowing in self-pity there for a while, and I'm really glad that Megumi was able to come and pretty much, knock some sense into her, because if she didn't get that sense knocked back into her, what was she going to do? Is she just going to cry the whole time? I get it. Cry. Of course, cry. But don't wallow in self-pity. She was feeling bad for herself, and basically she was saying, like, everyone's feeling bad. Everyone's upset that Kenshin's gone, but we don't have time to be wasting here. We could be going to Kyoto and doing something about it. Maybe helping him without letting him revert back to his old ways, or so many things that they could be doing rather than just sitting around doing nothing. Yahiko had the right idea, Sanosuke has the right idea, and now, finally at the end of episode 32, Kaoru's got the right idea, and they're heading out to go see Kenshin and maybe help him or stop him from becoming the evil, well, I wouldn't say evil, but the savage Batosai that he used to be. He's still probably going to have to do what he has to do, but maybe there's another way, and they could help him out with that. Now that they're all going there to be there with him, it's going to be very interesting to see how this moves going forward, because if they hadn't, he probably would be just some manslayer again, I don't know if there'd be any coming back from it, but if they're there to support him, there's a way to come back from it again, I think, and that's going to be the crucial key to all of this. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes. You all were not joking when you said that Part 2 is really where this series really kicks off and where it becomes great. As I said in the reaction, I don't think I'm going to be watching Part 3 because it's all filler, and I doubt it'll be as epic as what we're about to see and what we've seen so far in Part 1, and especially in the beginning of Part 2 here. But, yeah, so, I don't know how many episodes there are in Part 2, but I am really, really, really excited to see this story here, and I'm glad that we're moving into a direction that's not so much self-contained little arcs, but a real story here. Not that I didn't mind the other arcs. Of course, I've loved this show so far, and I'm going to continue to love it even more now going forward. But it's going to be really cool to see this story really develop and see how it plays out. So I really look forward to seeing it with you all. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Chronic Gamer. Peace.